and table on December 16th, 2024.
Okay, so this next one is the land development plan for BRK concrete. We'll recall that we talked about this one at the December meeting. We had a number of comments on in our December 11th letter. So I know Bob and his engineer are here, so our office hasn't received anything new since the December meeting, so I'll turn it over to these guys to bring us up to speed on where we are with this. I think Bob has some copies of this.
Yeah, he made copies of this. What was the one that you didn't make copies of?
I got the preliminary plans done, and still working on the ENS plan.
Okay,
Should do that tomorrow.
3 more.
okay.
We'll share. If one gives one and then.
Yeah. You're the applicant?
Oh, yeah. There was like, you needed to, some of the square footage was updated, you needed to show the landscaping around the shop, around the perimeter, which was all put onto there. The new floodplain that he figured out is now noted on there at 910.
Okay.
So that moves it out about 30 or 40 feet from where we were, the front of the building would even start. So basically the whole entire development is all above. So, and then I'm not sure, I don't remember all the notes that you had on there, but I know he has the application for the highway occupancy permit.
Mm-hmm.
He has the grading permit application figured out.
Okay.
And I'm not sure I can't remember every single item that was needed, but he has it all.
So where's this, TJ, where does this enter onto? What, I mean, I can't.
So this is down in Gastonville, Dennis, Finleyville, Rainbow Road.
Okay.
The old
Before,
CT auto.
if you're driving from here, the old auto body garage there. When you're driving from here towards Finleyville, before you get to the railroad tracks, it's the garage that sits on your right hand side.
Is that Kazarowski's?
That's me.
That's him.
it.
That's,
Mr.
yeah.
Kazarowski.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, that's his dad. That's Bobby.
Yeah. My
He's
dad-
a Kazarowski.
I know. I was being a jerk.
Okay.
Well, if you want to go back further with Gene, that was junkyard.
Yep.
Okay, so that's where this is?
It was a CT auto that Greg Costa bought it, and then I bought it from Greg.
Okay, so where's the road on it? Just,
In the Alrama?
yeah, where's the,
Right hand side. Underneath your thumb, Dennis.
so this line's in the right?
I'm sorry.
Here's the
Left
right
hand
of
side.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That 50 foot easement's right up in the Alrama.
So this is the road itself?
Correct.
Okay. All right, go ahead, TJ, I'm sorry.
So, yeah, I don't know if we want to go through every one of these tonight or not, but we had a couple pages of comments here on this, ranging from landscaping to requiring the HOP, parking calculations, signage.
As far as signage goes, I really wasn't like,
I don't know if you're putting anything
I
on.
don't really plan on that right now. My thing is I have so much shit that I want to put it in a garage. That's literally what this comes down to. And eventually, like, I do want to start my own, and I made that clear, is eventually I want to have my own landscape supply yard. Like, I want to do, like, everything I use for, like, concrete, I want to sell rock, I want to sell landscape rock. Like, everything I use, instead of me going and buying somewhere, I want to be a distributor, I want to be a guy in Finleyville to sell to the general public.
Okay.
So, am I there yet? No, but I want to get everything in order now. So
Sure.
when I get this building up, then I can create all this space, and then work with distributors to get product in, and then start to sell it. But I need 2 buildings to do it. I need a warehouse building, I need a warehouse for my trucks. I mean, I have almost probably like $1.5 million worth of equipment sitting on the snow. It makes me sick. You know?
I understand, yeah. So I think it looks like Mr. Gerhard turned in the grading permit application here. There were other comments on here, erosion and sedimentation control. Are you putting any lights up? Any?
I plan on doing
just
lights
around
like
your
on the
building?
building, and then I'm gonna like get like kind of like clean it up, or I'm gonna have all my, where I park like some of my like machines that are okay to stay outside. Like I'll probably put lights on those. 'Cause I'm gonna have cameras around there too, so I want to have like a post with like a camera and a light in certain areas to kind of overview the property.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have like cameras up by like the building, and then probably like down at the entrance of the lot, and some other places throughout.
Tim, did you determine if this is over an acre of earth disturbance total?
It's 0.9.
No, it's on the grading permit there, it's .96.
Okay. So that comes into play if it's less than an acre of earth disturbance, they don't need a NPDES permit from DEP for stormwater. They still need to meet our stormwater ordinance and comply with our requirements, but they don't
Yeah,
need
so
a
you
separate permit.
essentially you want us to take downspouts from buildings, run them into a pit, and any runoff that comes off the parking lot.
Yeah, you'll need to comply with the
I mean,
stormwater ordinance.
that's all simple. I mean,
So- Yeah, chapter 225 of the
I'm
township
very familiar
ordinance.
with the stormwater stuff. For every job I do, I have to do stormwater, so I get it.
Are you showing anything on here?
Yeah, the back, 20 feet off the back of the building towards the 40-foot setback, and the far back shows a drainage pit back area, the square.
Where's that water running to from there?
It would be going into that would be a pit that we would dig, essentially
Yeah.
fill a gravel. Right?
Yeah, I see your downspouts
Yeah,
coming on.
downspouts come to there.
Are you just overflowing somewhere though?
That's just gonna be it. Yeah.
That's runoff seepage, is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, typically a drainage pit is at least 4 feet deep. I mean, anywhere from 20 feet wide.
Right. I mean, do you have any calculations for the size there?
Yeah, it's on the plan.
Okay. So I'm just skimming through our review letter from before. Grading plan, limit of disturbance, questioning if that's over an acre, signatures. So Dennis, we, during the December meeting, we had a question from Mr. Gerhard, which I thought was a good one, about the need for an easement for Peters Creek. Do you guys remember that conversation?
Yeah, because there's that being.
We have some language in our ordinance which requires easements for natural drainage ways, natural or man-made drainage ways. So the question was asked, does Union Township really want an easement around Peters Creek, which runs through Mr. Kazarowski's property here?
So he drains water into the creek?
Yeah, I mean, on the well, not necessarily for his drainage, for the stream itself.
Just natural drainage, not natural runoff.
So Peters Creek comes down the right-hand side of his property.
And then there's a big hill up above it, like it's a big slope up to the train tracks. And
So-
the creek isn't, like, the creek kind of splits the property.
So basically, it's natural flow.
It's a stream, it's Peters Creek.
I don't think he needs any easement.
I haven't really seen this anywhere else before either, I wasn't.
No, I don't think it's natural flow, he doesn't need an easement.
Yeah. I
Okay,
think so, yeah.
what else do we have?
Well, I mean, this is the first time I'm looking at their revised drawing here, so I'd like a chance to study
Review it?
this in some detail and go down our list of comments and make sure that Mr. Gerhard and Mr. Kazarowski have addressed everything on here, so.
Is there a time situation?
Yeah, so this was submitted back in, I think it was the end of November, and maybe it was even before that.
Well, it was supposed to be done back in February of last year, but I paid somebody to help me and he took my money and didn't do anything.
The engineer?
No, Rob Mardick.
Jesus.
No comment.
And I sued him and I actually got my money.
Alright,
Wow.
so basically, I know, but the fact of the matter is, the current application, the
Yeah.
appropriate fee it was submitted back in November?
Yes.
Date on our letters, yeah, November 27th.
Yeah, I
When
started
we
getting,
got the drawing.
I started trying to figure this out on my own once I realized I was kind of beat, so I kind of scrambled on my own to try to put this together.
Alright, so we need, so,
And that's
we'll,
whenever I brought the escrow payments and all that. I guess that's, technically, guys, that's when it starts, whenever I cut the checks, correct?
and you split the application.
Mhm.
So,
Checking out.
I think basically you need time to review this. This is the first time you've seen this?
That's my request, yeah, this is the first time looking at his latest drawing, so.
So
yeah,
do you have
we-
any problem
we'd
with
like-
this saying, you agree in writing that an extension of time to next month? Is that okay with you, Mr. Gazarovski?
Yeah. That's,
Can you put some, you wanna put something in writing, and give it to DJ? You got a piece of paper?
Sure.
oh, I mean, like, yeah, whether it's verbal or whatever, I mean, like.
No, we need, I want something in writing.
Sure, yeah, whatever you want me to
Let me
do.
get a piece of
You
paper.
just want me to say that I'm okay?
Just say you agree to extension of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just write it down, let him sign it.
go ahead and read, what do you want me to write then?
Just I, whatever, request that an extension of time, I request an extension of time for the township engineer to review, what is this called? The Gerhard, what is it, is there a name for this at all?
BRK concrete.
BRK concrete, land development plan. So how's the concrete business?
Crazy. If I could find better employees, I'd be a little busier.
To you and everybody
You gotta
else.
find any good employees, you're lucky.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I know.
What are we calling this?
Land development plan.
Engineering plan, I guess.
Okay, got it. Alright, today's what, 20th?
Yes.
When's the next hearing?
Third Wednesday in
Third
February.
Third Monday of March.
Third
Yeah,
Monday.
I can send you.
February.
I'm tired.
February, what did I say?
Third Monday in
Send
February.
me notes back anyways, right?
What's the third Monday in February?
Right. After he reviews it.
KACZOROW. That's good.
Good English name, right, Mr. Gazarovski?
Yeah.
17.
February 17th. That's president.
I don't know that, it's a good question.
What's that?
Tammy says that the Monday in January is President's Day.
President's Day.
Is that a conflict?
Municipality open?
Yes.
Yeah,
Not an issue for me.
not an issue for me.
That's not a holiday.
I have municipalities that are open today, but closed in February and.
Today's a holiday, technically, isn't it?
Today's a holiday also, so.
So should we table this?
So now,
That's
he
my
signed that,
recommendation.
now we need a motion to table it,
Okay.
and place it on the agenda for February 17th at 6:30. And you have this, Mr. Gerhardt's contact information?
Yep.
All right.
If it's in his title block here.
TJ, that gives you enough time?
Yes, plenty of time.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to table this until February 17th meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. TJ, real quick question.
Sure.
Explain the township easement.
For the stream,
Yeah, now,
so,
I remember the conversation, and we were debating whether or not that we needed one or wanted one, because our employees
Liability.
have to walk across or travel across private property, so
yes,
what is your thought process?
right, so, so the Union Township ordinance, when you create a new subdivision plan, requires, if there's a natural drainage way, that you dedicate the easement for it.
Okay.
And it's a minimum of 20 feet, or a large enough easement to encompass the stream. So, because it's in the ordinance, Bankson flagged it as a review comment, that there was no easement dedicated on Mr. Gerhardt's drawings. And if I'm recalling the conversation correctly, Tim asked the question, hey, why do you guys even really want an easement for a natural drainage way? And we discussed it a little bit, and I, didn't have a great answer for him
Okay.
then, and I still don't have one now,
Okay,
which is why I was asking for Dennis's
Sure.
opinion on that. But I agree with you, Larry, that I think,
I would be concerned of liability on a
Yeah.
private property.
it's an intricacy of our ordinance, and in this case,
Dennis, what do we do with that?
probably not.
Well,
necessary.
it comes up at the next meeting, you make a recommendation that requirement is set forth, in the township ordinance be waived
Okay.
based upon the circuit.
David, okay.
Because water naturally goes downhill, water's the enemy of everybody,
Right.
it's gotta go somewhere, so.
Okay, all right.
Well, the state and the right and the stream,
Right, it's waters of the Commonwealth.
right, so does not the township workers have permission or covered to work on a state, entity or something? I mean, if necessary to do something?
They just were working in McCreek. I'm not wrong.
Well, if they go in the right, if they go in a state,
I mean, insurance wise, that they're covered, that it's not,
no, but if you go in a state stream, you gotta get certain permits.
Yes.
So you have to go through a process, but I think if with that current requirement of the ordinance, you're creating a liability for the township.
right,
So when it comes up the next meeting, you can make a motion to recommend it, subject to A, B, C, plus waiver of that requirement of the township ordinance.
Okay.
Okay.
well, how does the sewer authority get around it? Because their right of way goes through streams, they even have right of ways going underneath the railroad that they pay X number of dollars yearly for that usage.
Because what they do, the railroad's very difficult, that's a totally different animal.
Okay.
But if you're
it
going-
goes- But the right of way still goes, sewers go underneath streams everywhere.
Right. So if he
The-
goes,
The sewer authority has the right of way on stream.
Right, but they still need to get whatever permits are necessary
If
for
they're
encroaching on
gonna
it.
disrupt it, yeah.
right,
Yeah.
so you have to get, was it GP7 or GP9?
Yeah, there's general permits through Pennsylvania Code Section 105 for work within a recognized water of the Commonwealth.